All right, Coach Bergeron joins BGSUFalcons.com. Coach, just kind of touch on your first initial thoughts of the open house and the event upcoming.
Well, when you actually get here and see the layout of what the ice is going to look like and where it's going to be and all that kind of stuff, the juices start flowing and the excitement comes. I mean, we're excited about the 14-15 season, and we don't even had all the kids on campus yet. So there's an energy and excitement about that, getting them on campus within the next 14 days. And then you start to think about January 3rd, which is going to be here before we know it. We know how quickly these seasons go, and to be a part of this event. And to talk to the people with the Walleye or the Mud Hens that are kind of in charge of it and their energy and excitement level, and then to see their energy and excitement level to have us involved. It seems to be the trend right now, these outdoor games. Obviously, they started at the professional level. They've worked their way down now to college, major, junior, you name it, minor, pro. For us to be involved in one, and not only that, be the host of one, it's pretty exciting.
You touched on the outdoor games with the collegiate level. This will be the second ever outdoor game in Ohio. Mm-hmm. What does that mean to have Bowling Green as a part of that?
Well, I think Bowling Green deserves to be part of it. You know, the hockey history that Bowling Green has within the state. Obviously, I've got some history at the other school down south in the state, and then, you know, with Ohio State there. So I think it's great, you know, and again, we're not going somewhere to be a visitor. We're going to be involved as the, you know, we're not necessarily the host of the event, but we're the home team, and I think that's pretty cool. And I mean, here's an open house event midday on a Saturday, and there's more orange and brown than there is Walleye fans, and that's just pretty typical to Bowling Green hockey fans. This is a very passionate group, very loyal group, and we're thankful for that, and we want to be able to put on a good show for them, and for BG to be a part of, as you say, the second game in Ohio history in terms of outdoor games. I think that's pretty special.
Last year you make the WCHA Final Five. Do you see this game kind of as a stepping stone as reaching the ultimate goal and winning a championship?
Well, what this game is for us, Jake, is it's kind of get back and get ready for the second half of the season. If you look at our schedule, that's our first game back, I believe, in the second half of the year. So that weekend itself will hopefully be a stepping stone and a little bit of a jump into the second half of our league play, because we feel like we're going to be in the conversation in the second half. What that means, we'll find out. And these two games are going to be big for us. So there's some excitement and energy in playing an outdoor game in the event. But this is a big game for us, and it's one that weekend is going to mean something as we move forward at WCHA play starting the next weekend.
You mentioned the importance of the game. You know, coming up to that week, every guy's going to want to make sure they're out there.
Yeah.
It's something you got to prepare for.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of new guys this year. How do you see the roster kind of working?
I think the roster, to me, will always work itself out. You know, it would be a good conversation from a coach's perspective to say he's playing better than you. There's nothing you can do about that. And that is where we think our program is. Obviously, we would love to dress everybody, let them all be part of the event. Somehow, some way, they all will be. We're going to practice here on the Friday, which I know is not the same thing, but we're going to practice here. They're going to be part of the practice if they're on our team. That's just part of playing hockey at the Division I level. So I really feel the roster will take care of itself. I think that's going to be a strength of ours this year, is the depth of our roster. Obviously, there's going to be some kids that we have relationships with that are going to be left out of that game and on that Saturday, and unfortunately, that's just the way it's going to be.
And then the choice of Robert Morris, is this something where that's how the schedule worked out? That when they asked you for this date, that's the team you asked to play, or?
It really is. It really is. When Joe and I first started talking, Joe from the Walleye and the Mud Hens, there was some obvious teams that you would think about with Ohio State and Miami, and they're both on our schedule. The reason why we weren't able to move some of those dates to that January 3rd date is because they were locked into other things going on at that time, number one, or they were on break and they couldn't move that break. So it was a scheduling issue. Obviously, we're not disappointed playing Robert Morris, but when you talk to an Ohio-based minor pro franchise, they'd like Ohio-based teams if they can, and we tried. But to have Robert Morris come and have that series at that time of the year, we're excited about it.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.